that we stand up for reproductive rights because this is sending women back to the back alley is not pro-life. It is murderous to women, period, end of sentence.
Because I think it's a sign that we trust women if we have reproductive choice. And I think the more that we take that away from women, the less it shows that we trust us to make our own decisions.
I just think it's unbelievable that we're back to the point of having to wonder about whether women are going to be able to decide about whether to have children or not. I thought that was settled 25 years ago. So I find this actually really frustrating, but I thought that, especially what the young people said about the need to be out there because the people who are on the other side are physically present and we're not. And I think that's a really good wake-up call.
You're telling me that, and I got out of the relationship, first of all.
I don't think people realize the scale of what's going on. And once they do, then once I tell people what's being tried here in Ohio, not just here in Ohio, but across the country, people are like, oh wow, I didn't know that, I wish I had. And I think that's what's going to be really vital in mobilizing the sort of opposition that's necessary to fighting these bills. Because the Right to Life crowd, I mean, I did go to Cedarville. I've seen it, like I grew up in it. They are very passionate, extremely passionate. They really do believe that this is a matter of life and death, but so do we. And I think when we start talking about it as a matter of life and death, like we did tonight, we can finally match them in numbers and in passion and vote these officials out in the midterms.
House Bill 63 and Senate Bill 8 add additional hurdles for abused minors who can use a judicial bypass to seek an abortion. House Bill 78 revises the criminal laws governing abortions after viability. That one's been signed into the law, and even if you were lying there on a table and you're dying and what will help you is an abortion, this would make it so that a doctor could deny you any treatment at all. This would ban abortion after a heartbeat is detected. That usually happens around 6 weeks into a pregnancy. Many times women don't even know they're pregnant at 6 weeks. These are very dangerous bills, and they are coming at us fast and furiously, much faster and more furiously than any bills having to do with, say, job creation in the state of Ohio.
This is not just something that's happening in the state of Ohio, but it will be happening in our federal Congress when they try to roll back Roe v. Wade. So it's a major issue, and I think they're going to be looking at what a lot of the states are doing. So I think, you know, if we can somehow cut this off to pass in the Senate of Ohio, that would be helpful to the later fight that we're all going to have to wage.
And everywhere we go, we're outnumbered 10 to 1, whether that's the popular opinion being reflected or if it's just they're coming out in bigger numbers than we are. And we need to come out, like we need to. It's scary to talk about, and it's intimidating to talk about, to say I've had an abortion, or I would have an abortion, or I don't know what I would do, but I would consider abortion. Like, no one talks about abortion unless you're in reproductive rights, or, you know, it's not really a conversational topic, but it needs to be.
We are not able to organize right now and protect these rights right now. We're going to leave that to future generations to undo the work that we were unable to do right now. It sounds a little weird. Let's also not throw away the work that people have done before us to get us to this point. Hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of women and men who built feminism, or whatever it is you want to call it, throughout history, would have brought us to this moment. I feel like we kind of owe it to them to give this gift to the next generation so that, I don't know, we can make some kind of progress.
There are lots of ways that we can help, and we all need to remind ourselves that it's time to take out a little extra time and effort. Because as I say, we can last.
They're not just anti-abortion; they are also anti-birth control. You know, they think the country really went downhill once the birth control bill, and that's where they want to go back to. So I mean, this is just the beginning. You know, so it is, as people have said, terribly important to fight for this, and there's going to be an awful lot of ground that have to be made up by those future generations you were speaking of unless we take a stand now.
So I'm really proud to see everyone here tonight, and I hope we can create some momentum from this and keep it going and fight these attempts to limit our bodily autonomy, the impacts on our health and well-being. I hope we can band together and show our elected officials that they have a responsibility to represent us too.
What do we want?
Safe choices!
When do we want them?
Now!
And always. Right. Thanks for coming back to the alley.